I'm gonna take Mom home. You wanna come along?
No, I'm gonna stay here with John. Hey, John.
What?
Come on, let me take you home, okay?
No, Grimaldi was stable. We could stop the bleeding. I just don't know how this happened.
Come on, let's go.
My editor awakened me with the story of what's been going on. I've been on the telephone. Why did nobody call me, John? Where is Lily? Caro? Damian? Damian?
Where is he? God, what have I done? What are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same question. If you're looking for your ex-husband, he's not here.
Emma told me that Holden was leaving town.
Holden's leaving town.
He's taking Aaron, and he's going. I just came by to say goodbye. I thought it was only right.
Only right. Of course.
Do you have any idea what happened last night? Do you know that Hans came out to Emma's and he attacked us?
What? Hans came after you
Yes,
and Emma?
it was terrible. He trapped us in the kitchen. He was going to set the whole house on fire, and Holden saved us.
Of course! Holden to the rescue! He was a busy man last night.
He saved my life! My God! You still haven't told me why you're here, Damian.
I came to say goodbye to Holden, too.
You just said you didn't know that he was going.
I know more than you think.
What is your problem? How can you? After all that happened last night, why are you still hung up on Holden?
Maybe because he's everywhere I turn. Or he's just left. Or someone is looking for him like you are right now.
I mean, after an ordeal like last night, you think a wife would go and turn into
her husband for comfort. But now you're going and running to your ex-husband.
I thought you were in Rome when I found out that you hadn't gone. I looked all over the place for you. I thought you would be at the hospital.
I was there.
You were?
Yeah, I didn't see any point in hanging around.
How can you say that? Eduardo needed you. How can you say that? If it wasn't for Eduardo, Hans could have taken over
Don't you tell me
Oakdale.
what Eduardo did. I have stayed if he needed me.
Oh, my God.
He practically ordered me to go home to my expectant wife.
Oh, there's something that you don't know, Damian.
Of course he didn't know that you were with your ex-husband.
When was the last time you talked to your mother?
My mother?
Or anybody?
What my mother's got to do with it? Have you said
Oh, my
something
gosh,
to
I'm
Mom?
so sorry.
You are, really?
I don't want to have to be the one to tell you this. I know you loved him very much.
Loved him? Who? What the hell are you talking about?
Eduardo, the injuries that he suffered, a lot more serious than they thought, and he died. He died last night. I'm sorry.
Well, as I understand it, when they were brought in, it was obvious that Hans was the most seriously injured.
This is unimaginable. Eduardo? Dr. McDermott, did you examine Lily? Is she all right?
I did. I examined her myself. She's just fine. And so is the baby.
Well, thank heavens for that.
She's a little shaken up.
Well, who isn't? I'm in shock. But she really mustn't get upset. Not in her condition.
When is the autopsy?
I don't know.
I want to be there.
That's not your call.
I want to know why this guy died.
Well, we'd all like to know that, John, but under the circumstances, you being present is not,
But I was the physician of record. You're absolutely right. This guy was fine. There must have been something else. Heart condition, aneurysm, something like that.
something.
Do we have any foreign records on him, you know? I mean, anything from out of town, something that
We're checking into all of those things. The point is that we have to let the medical examiner do his job.
That's exactly why I want to be there, to make sure that he does his job.
I'll talk to you later.
You talk to me, too, later,
Hey,
won't you?
John, come on. Well, let me take you
No,
home,
I am
all right?
not going to run out of here until I get some answers.
You tried to reach Lily?
Yeah.
Get her?
No, nobody's answering. She really has. She needs better staff. John, did you see Lily? I mean, did you medically? Did you? Is she all right?
I had other things on my mind.
Look, tell Rex, thank you, that we'll get a statement out as soon as we have all the facts. Well, it's bad.
Well, it's certainly not good for the hospital. That's for sure.
Any answers yet? Andy, hi, it's me. We got a problem.
What? What's happened?
I'm down at the emergency room with John, and I need you...
Is he sick? Did he have a relapse?
No, it's nothing like that, but he needs his family.
Well, you're there. You got it covered, right?
No, he needs you too, Andy.
Sure he does. Look, I'm not going to play his games
This
anymore.
is not a game. This is serious.
It always is.
You know what? I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. John needs his family here. Now, you get your butt down to the emergency room in 10 minutes, or I'm going to come over there and kick it all the way here. Must have been some night.
The worst.
Poor John.
Well, John, what about the poor patients?
Well, you know what I mean.
Look, all I know is John shouldn't have been 100 feet within the ER last night. After a dose of chemo? Are you kidding? If he'd gone home when I told him to go home...
Are you blaming John for these deaths? You know, if you won't go, would you at least just sit down and
I am
relax
not going to sit down. I don't feel like sitting
I'm
down.
not a doctor, but you look flush.
Will you
really-
stop fawning over? If you want to help, light a fire under the medical examiner.
What is this?
Mom, it's just procedure. Now, I want you to come home with me. You don't need to be here now. Come on.
Oh, this is my home, darling. It's my... Kim, Lisa, honey. Oh, sweetheart. I am so sorry. Oh, I came as soon as Bob got...
Well, that was very sweet of you. Wasn't really necessary for you to do.
Well, Tom, why don't you take your mom over to my house? I'll pack a few of your things, and you stay with Bob.
No, darling, that's very kind of you to offer, but...
I think you should accept. I mean, you're welcome to stay with us, but I
Now,
think with
listen,
the kids,
Tom.
you'd be...
Tom, this is where Eduardo and I were planning to live, and this is where I'm going to stay.
Honey, are you sure? At least stay with us until the police finish here and can clean this up.
I'm staying.
Don't do this to yourself, please.
Come on, Mom. Let's get out here and let the police do their job.
Eduardo's dead? That's impossible.
I know it's hard to accept, but...
At the hospital, they said his injuries wasn't serious. They said he was going to be all
That's what
right.
they thought.
Then what happened?
I don't know. Nobody knows what happened.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I was with him on the penthouse last night. He was bleeding, but we talked. He was alert. He was concerned about me.
No, I know. We loved you very much.
I have to get out of here.
Wait, Damian, where are you going?
You sleep well?
Yeah, you might say that better than I have in ages.
Me too. Of course, it helps when you're lying next to a beautiful, sexy woman.
One of those for me?
Oh, yeah, here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, fresh squeezed.
With my own hand. Now, how about a breakfast order? I've got cold cereal, cold pizza.
No, no time for any cold breakfast at all.
Or eggs, I can get some of that, anything you want.
No, I'm fine, really. I have to get going.
You sure I can tempt you to stay?
I think after last night, you know you can tempt me into doing just about anything, can't you? But I better get out of here before my children start wondering
okay, I understand.
where their mommy is. I gotta go. See ya.
Yeah, it's Evan Walsh. I have an account there. Listen, I need something very special, a huge arrangement of frangipani. It's for I realize it's tough to get this time of year. Well, I don't care how much it costs. Okay, good then. For Barbara Ryan at 128 Morrison Avenue. And the card should read, to one peanut butter lover from another. No name on the card. She'll know who it's from. Thanks for your... I need this delivered as soon as possible, okay? I appreciate that. Thanks again.
Kids, knock it off.
You heard him, didn't you? Nice of you to come by this morning, though I didn't quite expect to see you on my doorstep.
Well, I just got off duty. I wanted to let you know that I was okay and that Hans won't be causing any more trouble. He's dead.
I heard. We were at Kim's and Bob called with all the news. Okay, guys, let's get some coats on, okay?
Come on, guy.
Coats.
I almost dropped by last night to tell you, but it was late and I didn't want to wake you up with bad news.
Well, actually, it's better that you didn't because we went to Kim's.
Oh, you stayed over? That's good. It must have been easier having people around to keep your mind off things, huh? Barbara?
I'm sorry, what?
So, Bob told you about Eduardo?
Yes, he did.
Well, I gotta say, I never liked the guy, but he seemed to make Lisa happy.
I've got to call her. I've got to see her. I don't know what I'm going to say to her. She makes you realize how fragile life is.
Yeah. Hey, listen, if you want to be with Lisa, I'm perfectly willing to hang in here with the kid.
You sure?
Sure, I know how close you two guys are.
Sometimes you can be very thoughtful. Do you know that?
Oh, every now and then.
Stuck.
It's not stuck.
I'll see you guys a little later. I'll stay here with Daddy, okay?
Give Lisa my best.
I will. And I must figure out what to say to her.
Don't have to say anything, Barbara. You just have to be there. I know how hard this is on you. I'll do anything I can to help.
Okay, you all have everything you need, right? I think my mom would like to have her apartment back. I'd like to get this cleaned up. Thank you for everything you've done. I'm going to ask you to leave. Thanks.
Lisa, honey, I wish you would lie down. You must be exhausted. Oh, no. The thought of closing my eyes, I really couldn't do that.
I got it. Here.
Oh, Tom. Hi. Hi. How's Lisa?
She's right over there. She'll be happy to see you.
Lisa. Oh, honey, Duncan, he's at the Argus. He just called me. I'm so sorry.
Well, I guess he's really busy preparing all this.
He's working on the story.
Yeah, from the marriage announcements, wedding announcements to the front page.
He sends his love. He said that Eduardo is a real hero.
Well, he certainly is a hero. He saved Damian's life, and he saved mine. If he hadn't shot that horrible man, well, anyway. Now, maybe everybody in this town will realize that they have terribly misjudged him. Now maybe Eduardo will get the respect he deserves.
Oh, Lisa, not everybody knew Eduardo as well as you, of course, but certainly everybody could see how happy he made you.
Well, of course he made me happy. Why shouldn't I be happy? Oh, Kim, he planned the most divine honeymoon. Well, first we're going to go on a safari. We're going to go to Africa. Well, a photographic safari only. I cannot wait to see all the animals, you know, the tigers and the elephants and the lions, and just roaming so free and beautiful. I've wanted to do this ever since I was just a little girl. Then we're going to leave from Nairobi, and we're going to fly right over to Paris, and then we're going to get on the Orient Express, and we're going to go all the way to Venice. Isn't that a divine trip, I ask you? Isn't it divine? Have I shown you the beautiful, beautiful necklace he gave me? Oh, it's like a rainbow. Well, it's for the rainbow room. That's where he proposed to me. I'm going to get it. I'm going to show it to you. I'll be right back.
John, go home. That's an order.
Now, listen, I'm not leaving until I get the results of the autopsy.
You have no idea how long something like that's going to take.
I'm not going, so don't push it, all right?
You have to be so hard on him.
What?
He's been through hell. Can't you cut him a little bit of slack?
What is all this about poor John? You know, poor John had no business treating patients last night. None. Not in his condition. I told him repeatedly to go home. He defied me, and look what happened. He put this hospital in an impossible position.
But these things happen. And they happen to good doctors. And John is a good doctor.
Was.
Is. There's no way he would put a patient's life in jeopardy.
Nobody could possibly be questioning your professionalism and your judgment if you said one man is in more critical condition than the other.
We take an oath. We don't choose who we can treat. In a situation like that, you treat them most gravely.
Of course, John, you would do the correct thing. I just wish you'd saved Hans, then we might know what he was doing at Lisa's.
Oh, what do you... Come on. Hey, wait!
Yeah, John. Yeah.
Oh.
Damian? Where can he be? I could have told him there isn't time.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Mama!
Oh, God.
in your home.
Eduardo, I just heard, Mama.
Oh, it's so terrible. Damian?
Mama, at the hospital they said he was in no danger. No danger.
Doesn't make any sense. Why did Hans come back? Did he say anything to you? Anything at all?
No, Mama. When Eduardo shot him, I thought he'd be the one to die.
Hans did die on the operating table.
Good. I'm glad.
You're the only Grimaldi now. You and your son.
Mama, everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. Don't worry.
If you need anything, I'll be upstairs. It's been a long night.
Mom. Please, Mama, don't.
Just can't stay away from me,
We
huh?
have to talk.
Uh-oh. Sounds ominous.
Guess who was on my doorstep when I got home?
Detective Munson?
Bingo.
But he doesn't let up, does he?
He wanted to reassure me
About what?
that he was alive. He had this nutty notion that I might have been worried about him. I mean, imagine that, a wife worried about her husband because he's off chasing after some kind of psychopath. I wonder how he'd felt if he'd known that I'd spent the night in another man's bed.
Barbara, come on, don't do this to yourself. Hey, you know, I was a big boy. And he made his choice.
Evan, I can't do this, okay? I can't do this, don't you see?
No, I don't see.
I was frightened last night. I was frightened and I went a little crazy and I ended up here and we did what we did and it can't happen again.
You don't mean that.
Yes, I do.
What happened last night? It was great, Barbara. We're good together.
It was a mistake. One that I'm not going to repeat, do you understand?
Not even a little? Okay, listen. If that's really how you feel, I'm not going to argue with you.
Thank you.
I care about you, Barbara. And if all you can handle is a friendship right now, that's fine. But I want you to know that you can count on me. I'll be there.
Yes, you did. And this. Did you do that?
Yeah.
You did? This is terrific, Jennifer. That is terrific. You are very, very gifted. But I don't know, who are these two handsome people here?
That's Mom and that's you.
That's me? That's very flattering. Thank you very much. You know what? I'd really like to keep this, but I'm sure Mommy wants this on the refrigerator, so would you do me a huge favor? Would you make me another one that I can put at my office? I'm gonna get you some paper. I want it to look just like this, okay? Hang on. See if we can find where Mommy keeps the paper. Paper. Where does Mommy keep the paper? Paper! And this... No, we can't use this. This is to Mommy. From her lawyer.
I mean, look what you're doing to yourself. I mean, you go into ER right after you go through chemo. You're destroying your health.
Come on, I want to take your blood pressure.
My blood pressure's fine. I'm going to live forever.
Yeah, maybe, but right now you're very weak.
Would you just do what Bob says?
All right. I'll go home as soon as I get the results of the autopsy.
You stop trying to call the shots, Dad.
So, how is he?
We're fine. We're fine. Just wish you would all stop fussing.
Look, John, nobody would have to fuss over you if you had gone home as you were told to last night.
You know something? You take this chief of staff stuff far too seriously. Now just lighten up, Dr. McDermott.
Let's just sit down, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't be too tight. And try to keep it elevated, okay? Good.
How's Dr. Dixon?
He's unbearable. Which means he's probably just fine.
Well, I think there's something I should tell you. Well, when I was using cubicle 3 last night, I couldn't find any amphetamines. And Nurse Connor said she had just restocked the cabinet yesterday.
So what are you getting at?
Well, it's just, when I was working at Mercy in Dallas, they had a problem with this one doctor who was using uppers to stay awake.
All right, Dad, what's the real story?
Excuse me.
I want to know what happened last night.
Before or after you cursed me out and ran off?
After that. What happened when Hans and Eduardo came in?
Think I made a mistake? Think you know medicine better than me? Eduardo Grimaldi had a gunshot wound that was not life-threatening. His condition was stable. He was not a priority. There is no reason why he should have died.
Eduardo. He lost so much blood. But he was in such good spirits. And everyone was telling me, oh, he's going to be just fine. Just fine. All right, did I show you the necklace?
Yes, it's lovely. Lovely.
Oh, here. Yes, dear. I showed it to me. Thank you. He's the most kind, generous man. Just expect him to walk through the door in a minute.
I'm sorry. So sorry. Is there anything I can do?
No, thanks for coming by. I'm showing everybody my beautiful necklace that Eduardo gave me. See?
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's to remind me of the place where he proposed.
Oh, the Rainbow Room.
Of course. Oh, Barbara, we have so many wonderful places we're planning to go. He's going to take me to all of his favorite places in the whole world.
Oh, Tom.
She's talking about him as if he's still alive.
I know. She's in denial.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, you just be patient with her. I know these things take time.
You sure there's nothing I can do for you? Oh, keep fashions going. That would be good. That'll be one thing I don't have to think about. Yes. Yeah, thank you.
I will. Love you.
Love you, too. Poor Tom. He thinks I've gone around the bend. He thinks I don't know that Eduardo's dead. Oh, God, of course I know he's dead. I don't want to think about him in the past, not yet. I just had him with me for such a short time.
Oh, sweetheart.
You just do whatever you need to do. Don't you think about anybody else, you hear that? I had the most awful thought. What? Damian. Has anyone told Damian about Eduardo?
Mama, do you think Eduardo wanted to be buried in Malta?
I've no idea. Never discussed such things.
Well, arrangements have to be made. Lisa, they should have been on their honeymoon now.
Yes, it's true.
He was so happy, truly happy. I mean, they had so much to look forward to. When I think how I hurt him,
No, don't.
doubted him.
He'd be the first to forgive you.
Mama, he devoted himself to the family. He saved my life twice, and Lily's. We have to find a way to honor him, to honor his memory.
Yes, you're right. We must. It's the right thing to do.
Gugino. He was my advisor, Mama. My only friend. I can't believe it. I'm never gonna see him again.
Don't, Carl. He wouldn't want such unhappiness.
He was the only one I could talk to, Mama. What am I gonna do now?
You can talk to me. You can talk to me always. You know that. These are dark times. We must get through them. For your sake. For your sons.
My, it's quiet in here. Where are the kids?
Upstairs with Mrs. Myers.
You know, you really didn't have to stick around after she arrived. You could have left.
I know that. How's Lisa?
I don't know. She's talking about a million things and none of them make sense. I mean, is that normal?
I don't know why ask me. I'm the bad guy.
Oh, please, don't start.
I'm not starting anything,
Please.
Barbara. You did. I came across this.
You came across that?
Want to tell me why you're sick and a private detective
You went
on me?
through my papers?
Jennifer needed drawing paper, so I looked for some in the desk. So yes, I came across it. Why did you have a credit check run on me, Barbara? You know my financial situation.
Please,
it's
please,
lousy.
let's not blow this out of proportion, all
and
right?
after interviewing the manager at the Yardley Motel, you want to know who I spend my nights with? I'll tell you, nobody. I haven't looked at another woman since I moved out of here.
Look, it was not my idea to hire a detective. It was my attorney's. He said it is standard procedure.
Standard procedure for sleazeballs. You're a big girl, Barbara. You don't have to go along with it. This is the way you want to play? Fine, maybe I'll stick a private eye on you. Let's see how you feel when he digs up every detail of your personal life.
Are you going to lie down?
I might. Hello?
Lily, finally, darling. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Fine. Fine, after all that's happened.
All right. I'm tired. And I'm sad, and I can't stop thinking about Eduardo.
It is just, it's awful.
Can I call you in the morning? Because I'm really, really tired, and I'd like to get some rest, just lie down for a while.
Oh, you do that, darling, all right? I just called so that I could hear your voice to reassure myself that you're all right.
Thanks. I am. Thank you for calling. I love you, too. Bye. How are you doing?
How do you think I'm doing? My cousin's dead.
I cared about Eduardo, too, Damian.
Anything wrong?
No. Yes. Yes, everything's wrong. I'm sad and I'm confused and...
You're sad and confused. About what?
We can talk later. It's not important.
No, let's talk now. Why don't you tell me what's on your mind?
I thought you'd want to be with Lisa, so I volunteered to stay with the kids. I can see I shouldn't have bothered.
Wait just a second, Hal. All right.
No,
Wait.
Barbara, don't. Look, I'm just through dealing with you, and I'm through being nice. Anything I have to say to you from now on, I say through my lawyer, period.
Excuse me, Mrs. Munson. Look what just came for you.
Oh, they're pretty.
They smell so beautiful. You know, they're tropical flowers. I think someone went to a great deal of trouble to get them for you.
Oh, somebody sure did. And it sure as hell wasn't me.
Well, of course, you know, Tom, Duncan, and even Shannon, for that matter. None of them like Eduardo. That's just because they couldn't see the goodness and the kindness, ma'am.
Oh, now don't be too hard on them. You know, we all like to protect people we love, and they love you very much.
They don't trust me, though. They don't trust me to know my own heart. They think of me as some foolish little old lady who just let some man take advantage of me.
Nobody thinks you are foolish or old or any of those things. No, you and Eduardo had something very special.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody can take that away from you.
Well, they certainly better not try. I love him so much. Kim, I can't begin to tell you what that man means to me and how much I love him. He should not have died. You know, he should not have died.
You know, we can't predict when
he deserved better than that.
Please, let us take you home, Dad.
Don't you have other lives to lead? Huh?
John, I'm sure that the autopsy report could be messengered to you at home.
It won't be necessary because I'm going to stay right here until I get the results of the test.
I'm afraid you have no choice.
What?
I just got off the phone with Rex. You've been suspended.
You're right. We do need to talk, but we should go see Lisa first. I need to take a shower. Then we can go. Would you help me with my necklace? If you don't mind.
Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.